Then use of the non-destructive testing, industrial use, that is the inspection of raw products. Inspection of raw products are like forging, casting, extrusions, inspection following the secondary processing, that is the machining, welding, grinding, heat treatment and plating. Okay, inspection following the secondary processings are like machining, welding, grinding, heat treatment and plating, etc. So these are the non-destructive testings. Then inspection for in-service damage. Okay, these are used for the raw products like this is shown in this. Raw products like forging, casting, extrusions, these are the raw products, okay, for which these are used. And then the inspection following the secondary processing like machining, welding, grinding, heat treatment, plating, etc. Okay, these are the inspection following the secondary processing. Then inspection for in-service damage. Inspection for in-service damage are like cracking, corrosion, erosion wear, heat damage, etc. These are the inspection for in-service damage. Then next is the difference between the non-destructive testing and destructive testing. Non-destructive, there are certain differences between the non-destructive testing and destructive testings. Like purpose destructive testings, it is carried to find the properties and behavior of specimen under different load. In the destructive testing, purpose is like it is carried to find properties and behavior of specimen under different loads. And then non-destructive testings are like it is used to find the properties of material and to find out the defects. Okay, and to find out the defects. Then in specimen is damaged during the test. Specimen is damaged during the test in destructive testing, while in non-destructive testing specimen is not damaged during the test. Specimen is not damaged during the test. Then defects cannot be found using the destructive testings, and in non-destructive testing defects are found using the non-destructive testings. Okay, in defects cannot be found using the destructive testings, and defects are found using the non-destructive testing. Then based upon the cost are like destructive testings are more costly. Okay, destructive testings are more costly, and in non-destructive testing it is less costly. In non-destructive testing it is less costly. And then example of destructive testings are like simple destructive testings are like bending test, we have discussed earlier, bending test, tensile testing, compression testing, impact testing, etc. So these are the different destructive testings. And then non-destructive testings are like ultrasonic testing, liquid dye penetrant method, eddy current testings. Okay, so these are the different non-destructive testings. Then next is the NDT is used typically for following reasons. NDT is used typically for following reasons, that is the accident prevention and to reduce the cost. Okay, NDT is used typically for the accident prevention and to reduce the cost. Okay, then next to improve the product reliability. To improve the product reliability. NDT is used to improve the product reliability, and next to determine the acceptance to a given requirement. NDT is used typically to determine the acceptance to a given requirement. Determine acceptance to a given requirement. Now next, NDT to give the information on repair criteria. Okay, NDT is used to give the information on repair criteria. Next, the scope of the NDT, scope of the non-destructive testings. These are the NDE application at almost any stage in production or the life cycle of a component. Okay, first of all, to assist in product development, to assist in product development, to screen or sort incoming materials, to monitor, improve or control manufacturing processes, okay, to monitor, improve or control the manufacturing processes, to verify the proper processing such as heat treating, okay, to verify the proper processing such as heat treating, to verify the proper assembly, okay, and to inspect for the in-service damage, So these are the scope for the non-destructive testings. Then next are the advantages of the non-destructive testings. Advantages of the non-destructive testings are like equipments are easy to handle in this non-destructive testings, and defects can be detected without damaging the components. It is one of the major advantage of this non-destructive testing, like defects can be detected without damaging the components. It is one of the major advantage of the non-destructive testings. Next are the methods are quick and accurate in the non-destructive testing. Methods are quick and accurate in non-destructive testings. And then next is the it saves time in product evaluation. Okay, advantages of the non-destructive testings are it saves time in product evaluation. Okay, then next is the surface defects and the inside defects can be easily evaluated. Surface defects and inside defects can be easily evaluated. Okay, surface defects and inside defects can easily be evaluated. So these are the advantages of the non-destructive testings. Then it improves the quality of the production. Okay, it improves the quality of the production. Advantages of the non-destructive testings are it improves the quality of the production and portable mode of inspection. Next advantages of the NDT or non-destructive testing, it portable mode of inspection is required. Portable mode of inspection is required. Then next is the difficulties of non-destructive testing. Difficulties of non-destructive testing are like lack of skilled operators. Okay, certain advantages are there, but certain difficulties are also there, that lack of skilled operators are there. Okay, and then radiation hazards. Difficulties, next difficulties of non-destructive testings are like radiation hazards and power source required. Okay, power source required, and then high cost of equipment is required. High cost of equipment is required. This is the difficulty of the non-destructive testing. Then surface must be clean and smooth. Surface must be clean and smooth. This is one of the difficulty of the non-destructive testing, that surface must be clean and smooth. And then next difficulty of non-destructive testing is like demagnetization may be needed. Demagnetization may be needed. So this is the difficulty of non-destructive testings. Then next is the future progress or future scopes of the non-destructive testings. That there are two general trends in the NDT community that are influencing development and both center around the operator. Okay, on the one hand, instrumentation is being developed to reduce the operator's involvement as much as possible through automating functions and computerizing results. Okay, then on the other side, there are significant efforts to quantify or standardize the human element through training and qualification. Okay, through training and qualification. Then next is the second in importance is an increasing demand from users for more precision, more reliability and more speed. Okay, more precision, more reliability and more speed. As users become more dependent on NDT results to support extended component life and lower factor of safety, this pressure will be increased. Okay, this pressure will get increased. Now finally the need for specialist technicians as well as applications specialists will grow to cope with the many opportunities being presented. Okay, as well as application specialist will grow to cope with many opportunities being presented. Now there is a new factor coming into NDT which seems like to bring major modifications to most NDT methods. This is the use of computer techniques using small computers. Okay, apart from the obvious rather trivial uses to simplify calculations. Okay, then it is now possible to collect, store and process vast quantities of digital data at very high speeds. Okay, vast quantity of digital data at very high speed. Now next is the visual examination. Different type of NDT testings are like, first of all, visual examination, in which the test specimen is examined visually. Okay, then next is the liquid penetrant testing. Okay, liquid penetrant testings where we will discuss later on. Then magnetic particle testing, it is one of the magnetic particle testing. Then eddy current testings, and then radiography and ultrasonic testings. These are the different types of non-destructive testings. So next is the different types of non-destructive testings. In previous class we discussed about the different types of destructive testings, like first of all the visual examination, liquid penetrant test, magnetic particle test, eddy current testing, radiography and ultrasonic testings. These were the different types of non-destructive testings methods. Okay, so for the further we will now examine we will now continue with the next topics with this first unit. This is the introduction to the non-destructive testings. So different NDT methods or non-destructive testing methods are there, like first of all the visual inspection is there, liquid penetrant method, that is the dye penetrant testing is there. This is one of the NDT method most commonly used most popular NDT method, that is the liquid penetrant method, that is the dye penetrant testing. Okay, then ultrasonic inspection is there. Okay, ultrasonic inspection is there, ultrasonic inspection of material is there. Then next is the radiography methods. Okay, this also comes under the NDT method, that is the radiography inspection radiography methods. Then X-ray radiography and fluoroscopy. Okay, X-ray radiography and fluoroscopy. And then next is the gamma ray radiography, that is gamma ray radiography. Then next is the eddy current testing. Eddy current testing is also comes under this NDT method. It is also the most commonly used NDT method, that is the eddy current testings. And then next is the magnetic particle testing method. Okay, magnetic particle testing method is there for NDT use. Then next, after discussing these different types of NDT methods, now we will discuss the application of this different non-destructive methods. Like first of all is the power plant inspection. In power plant inspection, like these are used for the heat exchanger tubes. Okay, in the heat exchanger tubes there are certain cracks which can be found out using the non-destructive testing methods. Okay, then next is the wire rope inspection. As here we can see that these are the wires which are these are the wires or ropes which are used for carrying the weights. Okay, and in the cracks in between these wires, these cables are used. Okay, these cables are used for the wire rope inspection. Okay, then next is the storage tank inspection. Storage tank inspection is there. Storage tank inspection, what is this storage tank? This is the storage tank body is there. Okay, and then in this storage tank body, the if there are certain cracks in between them, then this is used using the NDT, that is the non-destructive testing methods. Then next is the aircraft inspection. This is the aircraft inspection method. This is the aircraft inspection method. Okay. Then thin outer body of the aircraft is measured using this. Okay, this is the aircraft inspection method. Okay, thin outer body of aircraft is used, and this is the NDT method used for eddy current. Okay, NDT method is used for the eddy current. Then next is the jet engine inspection. Jet engine inspection, like this is the impeller or the blade for the jet engine, and various cracks in between this is measured using this NDT method, that is the non-destructive testing method. Then next is the rail line inspection. These are the different rail lines, and they after using many times there are certain cracks in between these, and these cracks are used, these cracks are measured, or cracks are examined using this non-destructive testing methods. So this is the rail line inspection. Then next is the bridge inspection. This is the bridge inspection. This is the bridge inspection. Okay, bridge inspection is there. Okay, this is the bridge. Okay, and when there becomes a certain cracks in between this, then NDT becomes non-destructive testings are used for measuring this bridge inspection. Okay, then next is the pipeline inspection. Pipeline inspection, this is the pipeline, and inside surface, inner surface of this pipeline is measured using the NDT methods, that is the inner surface of the pipes. Pipeline inspections. Next is the pressure vessel inspection. Pressure vessel inspection is like, this is the pressure vessel. Okay, this is the pressure vessel, and this in this it is measured using the pressure vessel inspection. In this it is measured using the there are certain cracks, and in that these are used using the non-destructive testings. Okay, pressure vessel non-destructive methods are used for measuring the cracks in this pressure vessels. Okay, then next is the reliability. Reliability are like properties like materials applicable, liquid penetrant test, magnetic particle, that is liquid penetrant test, all are measured, and then in magnetic particle, magnetics are used, and in eddy current it is measured, and in radiography all properties are measured, and in ultrasonic all are applicable. These are the properties like material for which materials are applicable, that in liquid penetrant all materials are applicable. Then in detection capability, surface is measured. Then in magnetic particle, surface, subsurface is measured, and then in eddy current, surface or subsurface is measured. Then in volumetric radiography, volumetric detection capability is used, and in ultrasonic volumetric detection capability is used. Then in depth sizing, for depth sizing, like this liquid penetrant or magnetic penetrant method cannot be used, but the eddy current methods and the radiography and ultrasonic can be used for the depth sizing. And then same in the orientation and evaluation, this liquid penetrant and magnetic particles are not used, but in eddy current, radiography and ultrasonography these are used. Then next, major factors affecting the reliability, that is the size of defect, type of NDT used, inspection environment, quality of equipment, capability of operator. Okay, so these are the reliability, that is the major factors affecting the reliability, that is the size of defect, type of NDT used, inspection environment, quality of equipment, capability of operator. Then next is the market of NDT. Market of NDT is like non-destructive testing market is estimated to grow at a CAGR or the compounded annual growth rate of 3.5% to reach the worth of 1720.96 million by 2020. So this is the market of this NDT. Here we can estimate that how vastly this NDT are being used and is going on day by day. Then major revenue generating regions are like US and Europe. Major revenue generating regions are like US and Europe, and then in Latin America and Asia Pacific are emerging markets. Latin America and Asia Pacific are emerging markets, and then in Brazil, India and China have immense growth potential for NDT. Okay, Brazil, India and China have immense growth potential for NDT. Okay, so this is for the North America, this is the 40.7%. Okay, this is for the ROW. Then Asia Pacific 18.4%, and then Europe is for 29.3%. So this was all about the applications and the market depth of this NDT processes, where this NDT process are used, different applications of this NDT processes where these are used. Okay, and different NDT methods we have discussed in this class, this visual inspection and liquid penetrant methods, ultrasonic inspection and comparisons. So this was all about for the today class, and next we will discuss in the coming section.